A few days ago, I made a video predicting Alex Pereira would beat Ciryl Gane. I was wrong. But after watching UFC Freedom 250, I realized something far worse than getting a prediction wrong. Alex Pereira may have just discovered the one problem he's never had to solve before. Because for years, Pereira felt inevitable. Not unbeatable. Inevitable. Every opponent knew exactly what was coming. The pressure, the power, the left hook that could change a fight in a single second. And eventually, most fighters broke. Not physically, mentally. That's what made Pereira different. It wasn't just the knockouts. It was the feeling that no matter what you did, he was always one moment away from ending everything. But against Ciryl Gane, that feeling disappeared. For the first time in a long time, Pereira wasn't controlling the fear. He was fighting someone who refused to be controlled by it. And that's where things got interesting. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit subscribe because this channel is becoming the home of combat sports aura. Now here's the scary part. People are going to look at this fight and say, Pereira lost because of size? I don't think that's the real story. The real story is that Gane never gave Pereira what he wanted. He never froze. He never hesitated. He never allowed Pereira to dictate the pace. Every time Pereira tried to establish control, Gane forced him to think. Forced him to react. Forced him to fight a completely different fight. And suddenly the hunter wasn't hunting anymore. He was being tested. For years, Pereira has been the problem. At UFC Freedom 250, he ran into a problem of his own. Not because Gane hit harder, not because Gane was more dangerous, but because Gane refused to play the game that made Pereira great. That's why this loss matters. Not because Pereira lost. Great fighters lose all the time. The reason it matters is because it exposed a question that nobody was asking before. Can Alex Pereira adapt when intimidation isn't enough? Can he evolve when the aura stops working? Because if the answer is yes, this loss will just become another chapter in an incredible career. But if the answer is no, UFC Freedom 250 might be remembered as the night Alex Pereira finally looked human. And that's a question only Pereira can answer.